know, if you got a homie who's trans, respect their pronouns. Who gives a shit, man? Who gives a fucking shit? Like I said, have love for everybody and treat people the way that you want to be treated. I don't really care what people be doing in their free time as long as they're not hurting nobody. So they can do what they want to do. Just don't involve the kids.
I just got off the phone with my wife, who took my 9 and 7-year-old boys to the doctor today. My 9-year-old son went in first, and the first thing this woman asks him is if he identifies as a boy, a girl, gender fluid, or non-binary. My son, he's never heard of any of that shit before. You've been dealing with him your whole life. He is clearly a boy's boy. So what are you, trying to plant a fucking seed in his head? The only thing I could be thankful for is that my wife took them instead of me. And props to my wife because she said something. And if she didn't, they would have asked my 7-year-old son the same damn question. This shit is ridiculous.
Okay? Leave the kids out of it, right? If they want to do what they want to do when they grow up, then so be it. But for now, let the kids be kids. Do not try to push that on the kids. Because two things are going to happen. One thing, it's not going to end well for the parents. The parents are going to retaliate and bad things are going to happen. And two, it's just going to fuck up the kids' mind. They're going to be more confused and asking questions that shouldn't be. Kids should be learning to love themselves their entire youth. Not trying to be something that they are not. Like, kids can't even drink alcohol or drive a car or even vote. And y'all think that y'all should let them change their gender? That makes no sense. Kids don't know what they fucking want. That's just... Hello? One thing I will say, that the youth should be informed about transgender and stuff like that. It should be explained to them because these people do exist and they are not mentally well. Like a history lesson explaining the events that are going down right now. Or like a science lesson explaining the dangers of what happens when you mess with the estrogen or the testosterone levels in your body. You can get cancer if you didn't know that.
Now you do.
But it should not be pushed onto kids in a way where it's normal. Because mental illness is mental illness at the end of the day. And I'm not saying these are bad people. I'm just saying a grown adult who knows better should not be asking a kid who does not know anything what their gender is or what they identify as. Like, that's not how we should go about informing children. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like some form of indoctrination, if you will.
So do you think it's okay to transition children?
Yeah.
To Christianity?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
This is so wrong on so many levels. First off, let me say, I don't even know if I really believe in God like that. I wish there's a God and I hope there's a God, so when death comes that isn't the only thing. But at the end of the day, I'm not just going to be living for hopes, right? I live off of evidence and I can't just live my whole life based on that. So, that being said, I don't think that Christianity should be pushed on kids. But if I don't think that Christianity should be pushed on kids, then I especially don't think that transitioning should be pushed on kids either. And I'm not just talking about the transitioning like wearing a wig and no. I'm talking about like fucking with hormones and permanent damage when you're a kid. There was things that I've done that I regret. Like tattoos. I have this tattoo right here, the top one. I regret getting that one. I got that like a couple years ago. It's just a tattoo. Can you imagine if I would have did some crazy shit to my body, like fucking with my testosterone level? You understand what I'm saying? Or chopping my penis off and inverting it and getting a vagina and then regretting it? You understand what I'm saying? Like these things should not be pushed on kids whatsoever. It shouldn't really even be talked around kids, to be honest. But even if I'm not a religious person, I still think that pushing Christianity would be 10 times better than pushing transitioning. Because Christianity, at least it won't really fuck up the kids' health. And this country does not actually care about kids the way that they portray that they do. Like, I'm so sick of fucked up shit happening in this country and then nobody talks about it, and then nothing gets done to change it. For example, look at this other video.
Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the story.
This is a disgrace. Men dressed as prostitutes reading filth to children. Look at all these people here, lads. They're a protection of grooming.
Get your hand off me!
You're the one.
Get your hand off me!
Look at this, lads. They're all around me.
Get his hand off of you? Are you for real, bitch? You're the one bombarding him when he's trying to just get his fucking child out of there. What is wrong with y'all? Our tax dollars are going to support this shit. Why? Bro, this is the reason why I say that. I wish that I could control where my tax dollars go. Because if we as a nation could control where our tax dollars go, when some disgusting fucked up shit like this happens, if we don't fund it, it won't fucking happen. Simple. And if we all unite and stop worrying about celebrity dramas, unite and get together, we could be a force. There's more of us than there is them.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
Why can't? Why? They have all these rules on this stolen fucking land, and we can't do anything about it. We can't speak up. Come on, man. We gotta unite, man. I know I sound crazy right now, but we gotta unite and get our power back, because this is just fucked. Grown men pushing him out of the way. Bro, give him his child. If that was my kid, I'm taking my kid out of that fucking school. Same day. Same afternoon, same hour. I don't give a shit, man. What the fuck, man? Drag queens doing story times with kids? For what? Normalizing that shit. Bringing those people around your kids for what? And this isn't the first time either that they bring drag queens around kids. Look at this video.
Hi, I'm Miss B. I am the drag queen for Drag Queen Story Hour this hour. Welcome!
When I first heard about it, I was just like, where can I sign up? And I was part of the first few girls who started Drag Queen Story Hour in New York City. So when I put on my wig on my dress, like, I'm ready to go save the world.
It's funny, because he's talking about save the world, but he's what the world needs saving from. Save the world? You mean poison it? And this is not the only fucking video, by the way. By the way, those last two videos I showed you are 3 years in apart. I noticed that the Storytime drag queen thing started in 2020. In just 3 years, they went from storytelling to your kids to dancing inappropriately and twerking and singing inappropriate lyrics to your kids. Isn't that a little bit weird? Like they were trying to normalize it just so they could get around kids? Or maybe I'm just thinking too deep. It's still weird as fuck though. So who's to say that in the next 3 years that this whole situation won't get worse? Parents there or not, that's fucked up. And it's even more fucked up that the parents are just sitting there cheering everything on while the kids are clearly uncomfortable and crying and confused. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna say one thing right now. I don't have kids, but if someone brings a grown man around my kid, pretending to be a woman or not, I don't give a shit. We're gonna have some serious fucking problems, man. Like, public schools are already fucked. Here's the fucked up part. You have to bring your kids to public school, right? And the public schools are doing this shit. What the fuck? And the fact that we got school shootings, this just makes people just want to raise their kids at home and homeschool them. Or do it online. What is wrong with this country, man? What the fuck? Like, when I was in high school, there was 3 teachers in 1 year that got arrested for pedophilia, for having sex with a student. 3 teachers in 1 year. Imagine the ones that did not get caught. I really question the integrity of this whole country and the school systems, and it makes me think, like, how did this even come about? How did they set up these things with these drag queens? Like, how? And who in the right mind, knowing that they dance inappropriately and knowing that this is for adult entertainment, would be like, yeah, you know what I should do? I should go dance in front of a bunch of kids. Like, who in their right mind would think that? Who in their right mind would allow that? You saw all those mothers there, just smiling and laughing, spreading his legs wide open for what, bro? For these are kids. What are you doing? And then singing, "It's only one night, only one night." Like, what is wrong with y'all? What the fuck's going on? Are we all fucking dumb? Or are we not paying attention to what the fuck is happening? Wake up!